Hey guys, welcome back to the 5 Yard Film Sessions. Before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe to the channel now. Today is all about Alabama wide receiver Jaylen Waddle, 5'10", 182 pounds. You may hear some people think that this guy's just going to be a slot receiver in the NFL, and if he lands on the wrong franchise, it could be the case. However, we're going to see how Nick Saban uses him for the Crimson Tide. He is so much more than a slot. He can play in the Z. He's a chess piece. You can use him in the run game and on trick plays. And also, he is a devastating punt and kick returner. Now, if you want to pick Jalen Waddle in the first round, you're probably not going to want to see him taking snaps on special teams. But when we look at the tape, we can see the strongest elements of his game on some of those special teams plays. The key issue for Jalen Waddle is, of course, the season-ending injury that he suffered against Tennessee in October 2020. He suffered a high ankle sprain and fracture to his right ankle. He did return for the national championship game with Ohio State, but it was clear that he wasn't back to full fitness in that game. When healthy, Waddle was devastating for Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide, averaging 19 yards per catch in his 3 years in Tuscaloosa. Let's get into the tape. Our first two plays are going to be against Auburn in 2019, and both of them are going to be on special teams. This first clip shows what Waddle can do on special teams. We're going to pay particular focus to the agility that he shows when he's in reception of the ball. As we can see, Waddle picks up the ball just inside his own end zone, and he's going to have to take that ball out. Let's see how far he gets with it. He gets to the 12-yard line before two defenders are within touching distance. You can see the man in front of him has missed his block. Waddle has two options here. Either he can take the hit, he can aim for the sideline, and the Bama offense can pick up on the 15, or he can double back and see if he can go again. Let's see what he decides to do. By now, he's negative 3 yards, but he has shed two tackles and he has got an acre of space to move into. Beats another man before making his way to the 25-yard line for the offense to start. He could have taken the hit on the 12 or 14-yard line. He could have gone out of bounds, played it safe, but he's bounced off the tackles, made himself some space, and gained an extra 13 yards. This next play is another kickoff. And what we're going to see is Waddle's ability to take it to the house. Same quarter, same game. Let's see what he does on this snap. He picked the ball up at the 2, finds the gap, 25, 30. Good block in front as he gets to the 40. And by the time he's on halfway, it's game over. Now this is incredible. Shows good awareness, great speed to get past the final man and takes it all the way back to the house for a touchdown on special teams. Are you going to draft Jalen Waddle to be your primary punt and kick returner? Probably not. You don't want to risk your first-round draft pick taking those hits on special teams. However, what we can see is that when there is space in front of him and he's got his hands on the ball, he can make special things happen. And what he needs is a creative offensive coordinator that can get him open in the NFL. In this play against Texas A&M, we're going to see his ability to get separation. I said that Jalen Waddle is not just a slot receiver. As you can see here, he's lined up on the outside, man coverage. Let's see how he is able to get the separation he needs to make a catch from Mac Jones. He's in motion. The man comes with him. And when the snap's taken, he's just inside Devontae Smith. This is creative play design from Saban and Sarkisian, because the man that was covering Waddle is now face-to-face with Smith, and the second defender is going to have to face Waddle. He's showing a typical slant route, and then comes the turn as he just comes out of shot. By the time Waddle makes the catch, he's got clear separation from the second defender who's tasked with covering him. And in fact, the closest defender to him is the linebacker. Picked up at the 38. He picks up another 7-8 yards or so, steps out of bounds, avoids the hit. First down to Alabama. He's got that speed. He can turn on a dime. He's able to create his own separation. He's a quarterback's dream. Same game now, Texas A&M 2020. We can see Jalen Waddle lined up just inside of Devontae Smith. Traditionally, we'd expect the slot receiver to come inside and occupy that space between the linebackers and the secondary, whilst Devontae Smith is able to take a corner, seam, or post route. But this is Nick Saban, this is Alabama, and this is Jalen Waddle. You cannot expect him to be a traditional slot receiver in the NFL. It's a good get-off. And he shows inside here. As Jones looks ready to throw, he shows inside. We can see the man is close to him. Waddle's about to disappear from your screen, but look at the speed he's able to show, the separation he's able to get by the time the camera pans back to him. Jones fakes the first throw. He finds Waddle downfield. Look at that space. He's turned. He's facing the goal line upon completing the catch. And there is no way you are catching Jalen Waddle in that situation. Another touchdown. Another creative play. I'm going to keep hammering this message home. You need to use Jalen Waddle correctly. Landing spot is so important in the NFL, but for Jalen Waddle, more than most, it is crucial. This is a better angle, and what we're going to see Waddle do is he's going to feint the slant, sell it to the defender, and then hit the seam. Now, it's soft coverage from the defense. We can see the corner and the safety eventually doubling up on him. The cornerback's giving himself a 7-yard head start and the safety 13. After the catch, Waddle has at least 2 yards on them both. Slightly underthrown because he has to turn around to catch it. He makes a great catch, but the turn to hit the road is outstanding. Let's take one more look at it. There he is between the defenders. Jones sees the release. And look at that. Caught at the 50. And Waddle has that home run speed. He makes it look easy. Superb from Jalen Waddle. What we're going to see here from Jalen Waddle in this play against the Georgia Bulldogs is in some respects more traditional slot receiver play. In others, not so much. We're going to see that he steps off, takes the screen pass from Mac Jones, but it's his ability to get yards after the catch that intrigued me here. We can see when Jones takes the snap, Waddle immediately steps to take it, steps inside, he's got blockers in front. Now here, we would expect Jalen Waddle to go down. And that ability to fight and get those extra yards, impressive. First down. Let's look at this one again, but in super slow motion. He takes the catch. It's a good read by the defense. We can see 2 defenders immediately close down the space. He knows to juke in left, get behind his blockers, and fight for that extra yard. He's able to squirm his way, deliver a first down through the contact, hurdle the man, and he lands on the opposition 40. Incredible stuff from Jalen Waddle. Now to the 2020 game against Missouri. This time, Jalen Waddle is going to be Mac Jones's third read. We see he looks left, inside to the slot, and then to Waddle running the deep route. He's going to be in double coverage, but he's going to manage to haul the ball in with a spectacular catch. As Jones takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks left to the slot, Third read, downfield to Waddle. Now, when he goes up for that ball, he is in tight double coverage. How many times in the NFL do we see a throw like this either miss or the contact knocks the ball free? Just see what Jalen Waddle's able to do here. Incredible. And he's rightly very pleased with that catch. There's no contact when he connects with the ball. He hauls it in before the hit comes. Another first down for the Crimson Tide. This play here isn't going to be a spectacular deep route. It's not going to be going to the house for a touchdown. But one thing that I've been subtly impressed with by Waddle is his route running ability and his ability to read defenders. This is 2020 against Ole Miss. This play here against Ole Miss from 2020 is not a spectacular touchdown catch. It's not one of those routes where we see Waddle burn his man for a 20, 25-yard gain like we saw in the last play against Missouri. When you've got Jalen Waddle on the field, defenders are going to have to give him some respect. We can see here we've got soft coverage again. His cornerback has given him 9 yards. And that's going to happen when you're coming up against someone as blisteringly quick as Jalen Waddle. Now, what he manages to do with a good get-off is sell the deep route to the defender. And he turns his heels and turns this into a curl route as soon as the DB begins to step back. He's got the awareness here to find space, create space. It's another first down catch. And this is something that defenders have to do when they come up against Jalen Waddle. You have to give yourself the safety of soft coverage. As soon as his man commits to stepping back, Waddle curls and gets the first down. Let's look at this one in slow motion now. It's a good get off. And it's at this moment the DB takes a step and a half back that Waddle turns on his heels. And he's just created that yard and a half of space to make the catch, get the first down. Fresh set of downs for Alabama. The final play we're going to look at is again from this game against Ole Miss in 2020. I said at the top of the show, he's a gadget player. He can be used on trick plays. He can be used in the running game. This is an example of this. We can see Waddle lined up on the inside. He's going to take the touch pass from Jones, receive the ball on his own 22, and he weaves his way through for not just a first down, but many more as well. He's got space, blockers in front, first down, and more. Again, this is the result of some creative play calling, effective blocks downfield, but Waddle has that ability to weave his way into space, finds the first down at the 36, but actually doesn't get taken down till the 44. And this is why it's so important that Waddle ends up on a team with a creative mind at head coach or offensive coordinator. If he's able to be used in this way, you're going to get so much out of him, not just from a fantasy football perspective, but from production on field as well. So there you have it. That's Jalen Waddle. As I said before, please do get in touch. Let us know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below. Is Jalen Waddle going to be the first receiver taken off the board? Probably not. It's probably going to be Jamar Chase. Possibly Devonta Smith goes before him. But if a team falls in love with this guy and uses him correctly, this could be the pick of the first round. Thank you for listening. See you next time and keep rushing.